Hunt, and I'm going to tell you a story today about why you should always wear your seatbelt. I was 16 years old, and I had been driving a little over a month. It was late September, a little chill in the air, school night, way past my curfew, about 11:30 at night. I just dropped my friend Angie off, and I was on my way headed back home, kind of reaching around in the car looking for something, looking for my backpack, when I turned back and BAM! Next thing I remember, I'm looking out my window and I'm looking. What is that? What is that right there? Oh, that's another car. That's what that is. So the next thing out of my mouth was, oh, shh. And I feel blood pouring down my face. I feel around in my mouth, and my tooth is completely missing. I look all around. I don't see a single person in sight. So I reversed my car, and as the two cars detached from each other, they was just clanking. And I screamed at the top of my lungs, screaming as I'm driving, probably 60, 70 miles an hour down the road to my house in a 25-mile-an-hour residential. I jumped out of the car, ran in the house, and the phone was ringing. My mom was working a night shift, actually, in the emergency room, and I picked up the phone. Hello, Mom, my tooth. And my mom said, what? What's wrong with your tooth? I said, it's gone. All I hear is click. So I dropped the phone and I ran to the bathroom, and I'm looking at my face, and my lip is about this big, and my mouth, and this tooth right there is completely gone. Within 5 minutes, my frantic mother runs in the door. Amber, let me see your mouth. And I turned around and I went like this, and she grabs her face and screamed, and she said, where is it? And I said, I don't know, it fell out, it's gone. So she ran out to my crumpled car in the driveway and comes running back in a few minutes later holding my tooth. She comes over and shoves it into my mouth, and I'm just standing there holding my face. The doorbell rings. I go over to the door, and I've got the bloody towel on my mouth. And it's a police officer who had been notified that there was a hit-and-run accident just up the street, and it was my car. So he comes in, and my mother is calling my dentist, who had been my dentist my entire life, and she calls my dentist in the middle of the night, and she asks the officer kindly if we could take care of this tomorrow, that we needed to get me to my emergency dentist appointment. So in the middle of the night, my mother takes me and my tooth to the dentist, and I will never forget what he did next. He put braces across all the top of my teeth, stuck that tooth back in, and then plastered it with a giant cast over all my front teeth. And for the next 3 months, I walked around with a giant cast over my front teeth. And I talked like this the whole time. He said that there was probably a 20% chance that that tooth might live. And actually, it did live. And this tooth is my real tooth, and it's still alive today. So the moral of this story is, wear your seatbelt every time.